Hello friends, I am Rohit. Once again, I have come to share something with you. Yesterday, it was my grandma's birthday. So, my mother had cooked many dishes she likes. She had worked very hard in the kitchen for long hours. I tried to help her so I could observe how she cooked. As usual, many questions started popping up in my mind. I went to her to ask about the dishes, how she cooked them, and many more things. She patiently answered many of my questions. So, let's take a journey to the kitchen and try to understand more details about food.
Rohit, you have seen how we cook a variety of food items according to our liking. We use a variety of ingredients for this, like rice, wheat, and pulses. We use vegetables too. We often make use of fruits as well. Eggs, meat, and fish are also important ingredients in several dishes. Many of our food items are prepared by heating. To cook rice, we add water to the rice and boil it. We fry puris and pakoras. We require oil or ghee for frying. Ganpati Bappa's favorite modaks are dear to many, and idlis are a favorite breakfast in many houses. Do you know what is common between a modak and an idli? They both are steam. Of course, we can make fried modaks too. Our meals are incomplete without a chapati or bhakri. Please remember, chapati or bhakris are roasted. See how we roast a brinjal to make your favorite bangyatsa bharit? Chana becomes tasty and eatable upon roasting. You hit the popcorn and enjoy its popping, but we cannot eat them raw. Have you noticed how we can cook same food in different ways? Like papad may be roasted or fried. Their taste differs. Peanuts may be eaten raw or roasted. You can even eat them with jaggery or salted ones also taste good. Potato is your favorite vegetable. Can you eat a raw potato? No, we cannot. We need to boil or pressure cook it first. This is how foodstuffs become tastier and easier to digest when prepared by heating them. However, frequent heating of the foodstuffs causes loss of nutrients, so we should also not boil the milk or use the same oil again and again for frying. Remember, not all foodstuffs are prepared by heating. We eat them raw, that is, uncooked. We mostly eat fruits without cooking. We also eat some vegetables like cucumber and tomatoes raw. You can even eat an onion or a carrot raw. A cucumber salad or a banana shake are made without heating. We need to know about two important terms when we talk about cooking by heating. They are a combustible substance and fuel. So, what does it mean by a combustible substance? A substance that can burn is called a combustible substance. Camphor burns, hence it is combustible substance. Water does not burn, hence it is not a combustible substance. What about wood, do you think? Yes, wood can burn, hence it is a combustible substance. There are many combustible substances around us. Can you think of some of them? Yes, the clothes we wear, or coal, or petrol, they all are combustible. A combustible substance that can be used conveniently for obtaining heat is called a fuel. Cooking gas, kerosene, coal, all are examples of fuel. However, all combustible substances are not used as fuel. Only those which burn easily and give plenty of heat on burning are called fuels. Various methods of supplying heat for cooking are available nowadays. Many people prefer to use cooking gas as fuel. It is easy to use, it lights quickly, it does not give out smoke. Cooking on gas also saves time. Some people use firewood for cooking. Burning wood is a troublesome task. It also makes a lot of smoke. Besides, trees have to be cut for wood. That is harmful for our environment. Some people use a coal burning stove or shegdi as we call it. Coal also gives out smoke. Those who use fuels like wood or coal that give out smoke must have windows in their kitchen. That way, we get a lot of light and also prevent smoke from collecting in the house. Some people use kerosene stoves for cooking. It is important to use fuels wisely because some of them are getting over day by day. On the other hand, it is very essential to find out newer sources of energy which can be renewed again and again. Let's see a few examples. We can make use of electricity as an alternative. Nowadays, we also get hot plates for cooking on electricity. They are very convenient to use. Some people use biogas. Some people use the heat from the sun for cooking. They use the solar cookers. The solar cookers are of different types. Here are a few examples. One more example. With this, we come to an end of this lesson. So, let's revise what have we learned so far. We cook food by heating. It makes the food tastier and easier to digest. Boiling, steaming, frying, and roasting are some of the different ways of providing it. Salads and milkshakes are examples of food items that are prepared without heating. There are various kinds of stoves which make it convenient to burn fuel to obtain heat for cooking. Electricity and heat from the sun can also be used to obtain heat for cooking. An LPG cylinder is a very common sight in most kitchens. Let's know a few interesting facts about LPG. The full form of LPG is liquefied petroleum gas. At normal temperature and pressure, LPG is gaseous. It changes to a liquid when subjected to modest pressure or cooling. LPG is an odorless gas, but in order to detect leakages by the sense of smell, a tracing agent is added to the gas. We must always remember, using wood or coal as fuels causes harm to the trees in our environment. So, let's make a wise use of all kinds of fuels. See you soon in the next video with a new topic. Till then, bye.